Waste management is important from both reducing greenhouse gases perspective and also from the perspective of combating climate change, dealing with climate change. Because if we manage our waste with minimum energy consumption, that in itself will save a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. Because think about it, that today if we are doing centralized waste management at a city level, then waste is getting collected from every household, getting loaded onto a diesel powered truck, and then it is getting transported to some location where again, because the waste that is coming in is in hundreds of tons, a lot of energy will be used for segregating it, for processing it, and so on. On the other hand, if the problem is distributed and done in a decentralized manner, then a lot of processes can be simplified. One important step in this is segregation. If wet and dry garbage is 100% segregated right at the source, when you put your waste into the bins, if that is maintained, then that in itself will save a lot of energy. Because then when the waste is collected, very minimal level of sorting will be needed. So one can do that without using any energy input. And then if this is being done in a decentralized manner, that is at a building level, then the quantity is less and therefore relatively less energy and labor is involved in processing of the waste. So that way the overall greenhouse gas emissions in the waste management process will reduce. Also at the same time, if you also practice waste minimization, then that in itself is really hitting one of the fundamental causes of climate change, because producing new goods all the time is also consuming a lot of energy. So by doing waste minimization, sharing of used materials and so on for the plastic, paper, glass, etc. There also, if waste minimization is practiced, then that will also reduce greenhouse gas emissions. As we are going ahead and the weather conditions are changing, especially a city like Pune is very much going to suffer waterlogging, flooding, landslides. These kind of climate disaster risks are increasing. So under these circumstances, having a centralized waste management happening at one location, if that location itself gets hit by any of these disasters, it then becomes a huge big health hazard for the entire community. So these issues also have to be taken into consideration. So from various perspectives, decentralized waste management done by following proper scientific processes, segregation at source, and using minimal energy therefore in the processing, recycling, etc. These are key features for a climate ready city.